I forget. We've been studying about Elisha and going through his life. Remember, he had been a faithful servant for Elijah. And when God took Elijah, Elisha asked for a double portion of Elijah's gifting. Elisha, it is a little confusing, yeah. I don't know why they couldn't have had names that were more different, but they didn't.
Yeah, but I can tell you.
Elisha traveled through the town of Shunem frequently. And there was a lady there who was pretty well-to-do, and she loved the Lord, and she appreciated the work that Elisha did. So she told her husband, you know what we should do? We should build a bedroom for Elisha. Now, the way the Bible describes it, it was on the second floor of the house. I'm not real sure how their houses were designed and built, but a bedroom up on the wall is what she said. So it sounds like it was in the second floor, which is just interesting to figure out the little things in the Bible. Not important. They built him a bedroom, and every time he was in town, he would stay with them. And so that was his own room. And he really, really appreciated this. So one day he called his servant, whose name was Gehaziah. He called his servant to him and he said, Gehaziah, this woman has done a lot to take care of me. Call her to me. And she came in and he said, what can I do for you? You've done all this for me, taking care of me every time I'm in town. What can I do for you? And she said, I don't need anything. I've got a nice house. I like my husband. Everything's great. I don't need anything. After she left, Elisha was still talking to Gehaziah, and Gehaziah mentioned, you know what? She doesn't have any children. So Elisha called her, and he said, in a year, you will have a son. And she said, don't lie to me. I know I'm never going to have children. Don't lie to me. But a year later, she had a son. Now, we don't know how much time then passed and between that and the next verse in the Bible, but it was enough time that the son was old enough. He was out in the field with his dad and the servants working in the field, and he started saying, my head, my head. And they rushed him back to the house, and he died. Cheerful. She called the servant. She put him in Elisha's room. She shut the door. She called the servant. She said, get me a donkey. She got on the donkey, and she rode to Elisha. Elisha saw her coming, and he said, that's that woman from Shunem, and something's wrong. But God's not telling me what it is. So he sent Gehaziah to her. She said, just let me talk to Elisha. So when she got there, she fell at his feet, and she said, I told you not to lie to me. If I'm not going to have children, I'd rather have not ever had children. Elisha sent Gehaziah to the house. He ran there, and he laid his walking stick on the boy, and the boy was not breathing. So he came back and told Elisha. So Elisha went to her house. He went in the room. He laid down on top of the boy, and then he got up and he walked around and he prayed.
This seems awfully.
It does seem very familiar because Elijah did something very similar. He laid on the boy again, he got up, and he prayed. And he did it again. This time, when he got up, the boy sneezed 7 times. Of all the things, details the Bible could include for us, he sneezed 7 times, and he was okay from then on. I think this is neat because of the odd details the Bible gives us in this story. These were real people, real things that happened to them, and God moved in their lives, and he did miracles in their lives sometimes are a little funny when you retell them. But it's our God who loves us enough that he gave this woman back her son.
And also gave her a son.
And gave her the son in the first place. That was a miracle. So, it's the same God we serve today. Let's sing our song. The PowerPoint's a little slow sometimes. Is it froze again? There we go. Okay. I am a C. I am a CH. I am a CHRISTIAN. And I have CHRIST and my HEART, and I will LIVE live eternally. I am a C. I am a CH. I am a CHRISTIAN, and I have CHRIST in my HEART, and I will LIVE live eternally. I am a C. I am a CH. I am a CHRISTIAN, and I have CHRIST in my HEART, and I will LIVE live eternally. Thank you.